I was going to be the first South African to have a fictional character that gets an endorsement. It's not Lasizwe gets an endorsement. All the newspaper articles that were saying Nomatriquency, someone fictional that doesn't exist. So for me, it's all about just groundbreaking, setting new records, and being the first of many to do things. I just forgot that I have another meeting.
You've got a character.
Yes.
Propelled you to
greater heights. Yes.
Stardom status.
Yes.
Right?
Nomatriquency Calculator Smith.
Come about and that name.
So Nomatriquency was inspired by this American guy called Trey Melvin. I used to watch him a lot growing up. I used to literally binge watch his videos. And one day I said to myself, because he has a character called Watermelon Drea, which is like watermelon, and you just add Drea and Grape Sandra, Apple Sandra. Like, it's just like, okay, Ratchet. And everyone just loves Ratchet. So one day I sat down my friend Offense and I was like, babe, oh my God, like, I need a name. And she was like, she came up with Quincy, like Quincy or anything like that. And I was like, it just needs like a Noma something, Zamatriquency or something like that. And Nomatriquency just clicked. It was very nice. And even when I added the surname, it was Nomatriquency Smith.
Oh, okay.
It's like, Hukel, it was Smith. So it's that mind boggle, it's so ratchet, but the surname is so classy.
And I believe Nomatriquency has led to a partnership with a big retailer.
Yes.
How did that come about?
So with Nomatriquency's videos, you saw how she was. Nomatriquency is very edgy. She's very risque. Like she's not afraid to say things how it is. And then when that major retailer came through and was like, listen, we want to partner with you. We want to create a series where we take Nomatriquency across the whole of South Africa and into our stores nationwide. I was like, girl, what's happening? And then when I researched it, because I don't just jump into any brand endorsement thing, because it needs to resonate with character. It needs to be beneficial for both parties. And when I researched that, I was going to be the first South African to have a fictional character that gets an endorsement. It's not Lasizwe gets an endorsement. All the newspaper articles that were saying Nomatriquency, someone fictional that doesn't exist. So for me, it's all about just groundbreaking, setting new records, and being the first of many to do things.
And why do you think South Africans can connect, or Nomatriquency has this hold on them? What's so special about her?
I think the special thing about her is how ghetto and ratchet she is. Nomatriquency, ifana nalabantu laba abaphume elokishini bafike esentini baqabuke man babona ukuthi no sesifikile. Nomatriquency ungikhumbuza uMamkhize. Ubona uMamkhize uyambona na ukuthi ugirl unemali, imali yakho ngoba she worked hard for it and banganayo, and now she's just owning it. And that's the same energy that many people want to present when they do get that big break, is that I want to be seen, I want to be heard, because back in the day I didn't have all of this and now I do, and I just want to shine.
I've also noticed that locally you guys seem to be working well together. I saw a couple of videos, one or two that you did with Fire.
Yeah.
Meaning that there are some brands who want to be involved with
Yeah.
you guys. How do these brands get involved? How do these brand campaigns or working with these brands come about?
So working with Fire is pretty cool. We worked on Fanta Squad together for 2 seasons. So Fanta approached and said, listen, I was a team marketing director the first year, and then they sat me down and said, listen, we want to create a show and you're a YouTuber, give us guidance on how we can make this pop and crazy and all of those things. They partner up with the production, and we put together Tafaya, Matt, and Kat, and we created the Fanta Squad. And with that, it was just a show about going around Joburg, doing crazy pranks, doing activities that we can do, and just entertaining the younger market, which is the market for Fanta. And working with the Fires, it's crazy,
What other brands have you worked with because of what you're doing on YouTube?
I've worked with a lot of brands. Mostly the brands that I align myself with are international brands and nationwide brands. So, for example, I work closely with Netflix. I work closely with Fanta. I work closely recently I'm working with Durex to spread a campaign about young kids protecting themselves because abantwana bamanje bagangile. Hey, bagangile. So rather protect because now we can't prevent. So that's the whole message behind it. I've worked with Converse. I've worked with a lot actually. McDonald's, KFC. I've even lost count. Like it's all on the website. Nando's. I've been on the ad on Nando's. I've done a lot.
Tell us about the trip that you had to the, I think, Black Content Creators Summit that happened in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
What was that all about?
So last year, YouTube invited me. The first trip from YouTube was Paris, where Mihlali and I, we were invited to go to Paris. And by YouTube, I think we were recognized as maybe the top creators or whatever it may be.
And Mr. Who's the Boss?
I love him. I love Mr. Who's the Boss. I was tweeting over him. He is, and for me, he's a great buddy of mine. I love his character. I love his personality. I just love his accent. Like, I just wish he could just speak to... you see, if he can just sleep next to me in the morning and just say, good morning, Lasizwe. He call me Lasizwe. Good morning, Lasizwe. I'd be pregnant. I'd make a way to be pregnant. But yes, Mr. Who's the Boss is a good friend of mine. I love him to bits. And then that was Paris in June. In the same year, YouTube said, listen, we're taking y'all to Atlanta. I was like, oh, all right. Let's do this thing, And then we got to Atlanta and it was like amazing. Like YouTube really knows how to do the things. And and the funny thing is now is that they coming to Africa and everyone, right now Americans, when we went to America, all the Americans want to know the homeland, the motherland. I want to know where I'm from. That's the new currency. Like I want to know my heritage. I want to know where I come from. And they're so fascinated that I'm from South Africa. Oh my God, you eat this. We saw chicken feet. How do you eat chicken feet? Like, oh my God, that's the most delicious thing that you can ever have. And it's funny how, the world now is looking into Africa for talent. Because that's where actually, we are born and hibernated and everything's just brewed in Africa. So it's a great time to be alive.
Why do you think South Africans love your content so much? As far as I could see.
Yeah.
I think in terms of numbers, the subscribers, it's you and MDM Comedy, which is it's a channel in the UK, KZN.
Yeah.
Why do you think about love the content so much?
I think people love my content so much is because of how much they can relate to my content. I think people love my content because how much they see themselves in my content, especially the public and private hospital skit. That was the fastest video I've ever seen peak. Like it hit 1 million views in like 3 weeks. And I was like, okay.
It takes years or over a year.
It takes, for me, to the first 2 million I hit, it took 3 months to hit 1 million. So this one took like 3 weeks. And I was like, okay, so the momentum here is people love to see themselves. Like basically I'm your mirror. When you watch it, you would do the same thing. So that's how I've structured my content, that you'd rather see yourself through me, and just laugh. For me, I always tackle a lot of issues that we face in South Africa, reality things. That, for example, in a public hospital, you will get a nurse that will scream out that you're pregnant or whatever, or did you use a condom or anything like that, because of this environment they're in. They are very pressured to attend to everyone, and the only way that they can attend to everyone is being loud. You know that, okay, cool, next, let's go. You did this, you did that. Next, go to Dr. Mang Mang, go to this and this and that. Because if you give that one-on-one personal it takes time. So that's something that people experience. It's sad, but we just have to laugh at each other. We just have to laugh at ourselves, you know, sometimes.
Anything of me?
People must not jump into YouTube just to be famous or to make money. Jump into YouTube knowing that you're going to enjoy the platform. Jump into YouTube knowing that you're going to build yourself, build your character, and just do it for fun. Like for me, I you know, yes, I've got overheads, yes, I make money, but at the end of the day, I really enjoy what I do. I really, you know, I sit down and I say, okay, cool. How do I do the same video again but better? Because for me, that floats my boat. If it was for money, I would have ran out of ideas.
Is the money really good?
Is the money really good?
1 to 10.
Is the money is
10 being hey,
is the money real good? Is the money real good? I think in every business, money is really good. I remember, and the reason why I say this is because recently my neighbor had pests and called pest control. So, you know, when you call pest control, you have to fumigate the whole block. So now the pest came into my apartment and I had to call pests. So when the pest guy came in, I asked him, because he was very busy. He had like 10 clients in a day. And I asked him, how much do you make a month? And he says, because I love exterminating cockroaches. I was like,
yes, man.
You know, I love exterminating cockroaches. I easily in a month, I can make 120,000 rand or more.
Since you love making YouTube videos, how much do you
This
6-figure salary? 7-figure? 5-figure? You asked the pest guy. To this question.
I did. I asked the pest guy, and he said, "For me, you know, YouTube, it's good. It's you. How much you put in is how much you get out."
How much did you put in? Thanks, man.
I love your work. How much you put in? I put in enough. Okay.